Hey, NailTubers. I just want to say hi to everyone and thank you so much for joining when you do, because as you know, this is a live in progress and it'll definitely be posted later. But I do want to thank you for joining this evening. I hope everyone is doing great. And I'm just going to get right into today's live chat because this was more impromptu. There was no posting about it and I didn't offer an announcement because it's been so hectic for me. So I just decided to come on tonight. Today is usually Bougie Nails on a Budget, but I have also had questions about the hands and the feet. So I figured I would do something specifically on the subject of the nail practice hands and feet. So that's what we're going to do today. I know I talked about it some in a recent video about how I prep the feet, and I'll show that again as well here today so that there's a reference source that can be looked up. So I have a number of practice hands, as you could see, and I showed them in a past video a while back, and I also have 2 practice feet. And then we're going to start out by talking about this one that a lot of people don't like, the mechanical hand. And so the mechanical hand, so a lot of people don't like them. If you're a beginner, if you are a beginner, and I've heard people say, do you think that that plastic mechanical hand is a good thing to use? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Some may disagree with me, but in my opinion, hey Dee Gee, you know what? I didn't even bring up the screen for the video. I saw your name pop up on my phone. Hold on. And I should have really turned this down. I was trying to get this kicked off and started immediately so that there wouldn't be a delay in the beginning that I would have to keep going back to and chopping out. So how you doing? I'm glad to see you. So yeah, I was talking about, like, a lot of people do ask whether or not these hands are useful or they're good to practice with. And I've talked about this before, but I'm just going to show real quickly. In my opinion, feel these are great to start out with, and I'm going to explain why. Okay, first and foremost, this to me, mechanical hand, is the only hand of them all that actually has the motion almost exact to your natural hand. Okay, and let me show you what I mean by that. Like with the silicone hands that you guys get, you can do all of this with them. You can bend them backwards, which you shouldn't. You don't really want to mess up the interior structure, the posable parts, but nobody's hands do this. Okay, so that's the reason why I feel that, one of the reasons actually why I feel that this is a great hand to work with. Let me show you a couple of different poses. Okay, this finger, your pinky, is only going to go back and forth so far. Likewise with the pinky on the mechanical hand. And then I'll show you the rest of the fingers. Your ring finger can only go so far. And you need to get accustomed to the fact that the fingers are not going to go so far. So you need to learn how to get up under there, hold the hand, position the hand while they have like a limited range of motion. Not something that's going to be extremely bendable. So for someone starting out, this is a really good hand that will be good to use as you get familiar with holding someone's hand and understanding that. And even the thumb, like, it only goes back so far. Your thumb is not going to bend all the way backwards. It's only going to go so far. The knuckles bend just like a natural finger would. Look at that comparison. Look at that. So when it comes to learning how to, okay, so I see we got a troll in here. When it comes to learning how to work with a real person's range of motion, I think this hand is great for it. Hey sis, no, you're not late. This was impromptu. I've been ripping and running and taking care of stuff. I got something coming up next week, and I've been like on the move, and I had a video idea. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Now that I think about it, I could have used the video from last week. Totally forgot. Okay, there's that age kicking in. But anyway, here I was thinking I didn't have anything. I think it's because I don't have it like on my open desktop. I keep things in files, so that's probably what threw me off. But I wanted to do this too because people have been asking about practice hands. So yeah, these mechanical hands pretty much follow the same range of motion. It may appear by sight to be mechanical, but they follow the same range of motion as a real practice hand. Thank you, Dee Gee. Thank you so much. Okay, makes sense? So, and then the other reason why, the secondary reason why I always suggest for someone to start out with this hand, and the reason for that is because you're hearing noise because I'm trying to put this long extension arm on my shoulder so I could get the hand in the frame. I don't have the fingertips on here, okay? I do not have the fingertips on here, but what I like about using this as a beginner is because you don't have to worry about cuticle and sidewalls, okay? As you get accustomed to speed, varying speed on your e-file, if you're learning how to use an e-file. So if you're filing, and I tried to find the fingers, they were taken off for my brother to kind of like goof around with this one. If by chance you're learning speed and you're getting accustomed to speed and the file slips off while you're getting accustomed to speed, you're not tearing away or ripping away at any cuticle or sidewall, because that's one of the things when it comes to the silicone hands, they get damaged too. Okay, so this is a great hand for you to learn a real person's true range of motion, as well as getting accustomed to e-filing for the first time, using your nail drill for the first time, and getting accustomed to the different variations in speed. Okay, so that's that mechanical hand. The thing about these is they're so inexpensive. You can get these, I've seen them as cheap as $13. $13. You have 3 of them? Yeah, these are great for beginners to learn on. And then if you know what, some of like the extra classes that you may take outside of nail school, this is pretty much what they provide you. In fact, I think this one, I've had a number of them too, and I think this one in particular came from one of the nail classes. This is probably about the 5th or 6th one that I've had. One of them, the elastic stretched out in it. So okay, so the mechanical hand, if you're a beginner, if you're learning, especially if you're learning variations in speed on your e-file, this is something that I would definitely recommend. Other people may have their opinions, so I'm just giving you mine just for sake of content so that you can understand why I suggest it as something to use. So yeah, you won't damage any cuticle area or sidewall. For instance, like you see how this was one of the hands that I ripped all up, and you could see that right there. So okay, so this is a great one. You should start out with this. Hey Robin, how you doing? Good to see you. I kind of came up in here this evening thinking I didn't have a video, but that same thing happened last week. I think I put it away in a folder, so I didn't see it. So I'm putting this hand away. Okay, so the mechanical hand is great. I know a lot of people, some of these hands are all freaky looking, right? Then my very first hand on the channel, it was one of those really stiff ones that you actually get when you start nail school, and I just couldn't do anything with it. So she's sitting on the shelf. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I gave it to my grandniece when she came. So the second hand that I got was this one. This is an Amazon hand. You know, I said before, I don't see myself spending $300-400 on a nail practice hand. They're all going to get damaged. They're all going to get damaged. And as long as I have something with that real, you know, that realistic feel, I'm good. It's good. Okay. So this is the second one. And this one, I can't remember what company it was, but it did come from Amazon. Okay. And all the hands that I'll be showing you are all posable. So if any of you have or have been looking at this particular hand, I like this one because the fingers are longer, more slender, and they taper. So I really like this one for the looks of it. The thing about this hand, oh, this is a almost, well, this is a full hand. Okay, that's a full hand. So it has a little bit of weight to it. The nail beds on this are a little slim. However, the nail inserts that I used, they fit okay. And I've done work on this. This is the primary one that you guys typically see in bougie nails on a budget. Okay. This is typically the one that you guys would see over the foot in bougie nails on a budget. So these I've had now for what? How long have I been doing that? About 1.5 years? Okay, the thing about this particular hand, the mechanics on the inside, it is posable. You can put it down, you know, it's definitely posable. So I do like that. It's, for me, it's a little more on the very flexible side. It's a little more on the very flexible side. And then the nail beds are very slim. You'll say, and if you have a heavy hand with acrylic or polygel, it will help you. Oh, you mean the mechanical hand? Oh, Robin, I hope you're feeling better. You're afraid you'll, yeah, see, you know what? And that's when you're getting accustomed to it, that's why I always recommend the mechanical hand. I think it's a great idea. You know, some people don't like the mechanical look, and I get that. But you ain't going to be tearing up that cuticle in them sidewalls either if you use it. So yeah, this one is a little bit more on the flexible side. Okay. That's definitely very, and you could see by way of how bouncy it is. Anything that I do, like the fingers are all like bouncy, right? But it's pretty. The looks of the hand is pretty, right? So that's why I like it. Okay, and this came from Amazon. So far, I think everything but one came from Amazon. Okay. I think even in the bend of it, it looks very, very feminine. And I'm just going to get it up a little closer so that you can see how, I'll take one of my fingers out of the glove so you can see how small the nail beds are. I have my cream on. Well, I guess, you know what, my fingers ain't that big. I got little kitty fingers. But it's skinny. You see how much skinnier it is? Okay, so I'm going to talk about that skinny nail bed. I think I talked about it before. So yeah, this longer fingers, but these are extremely bouncy. So I still like it. This is my model. This the model girl. This is, let me see, Yoko. This is Miko. This is Miko. She's the model. Hey, Jeannie, how you doing? Thank you for coming. You're not late. This was impromptu because I came in and I had been thinking about this all day, and silly me thinking I didn't have content, but I actually did from last week that I did a live over to, and so here I am. Okay, so that's that nail practice hand. So if you have this one has very flexible mechanicals on the inside. It's okay. So then the next one that I got after her was Yoko, Miko, Kiko, right? So Kiko, her mechanics are a little stronger. Okay, you see, she's not as bouncy as the other one. So I'm just explaining that to you if you're shopping, so you know that the long finger one like this is going to be extremely bouncy and flexible. This one has a little more firmness to it. Okay. The nail beds I had to cut open because they came kind of closed in. So I had to cut them open. I think I showed that, right? Yeah, I think I showed that. But I'll show it again real quick because I'm not going to be on here for very long, guys. And I do have an announcement, but I got to wait till next week. And I'm just so excited. A little more firm. I like the realistic look in them. These hands, actually, you know what? Let me lay it back down next because you can tell that these next four are pretty much cut from they're pretty much from the same mold. Okay. You can look at them all and tell they're all. I stopped using this one. I used this like once or twice, but I want to be able to clean these hands and I just can't get the dust and stuff to come off of it. And I don't want to put it on a video or post it looking like that. So yeah, they're all pretty much cut from the same mold, but there is also a difference in these. So this one is a little firmer. It's got a natural look. You could see a lot of details in the hand. Look at that. You could see the knuckles. If you decide to flip it upside down and curl the fingers up, you got detail lines. Look at that. Wow. The only thing about these that kind of freaked me out is how chunky that thumb looks. But, you know, the thumb barely ever makes it in a photo. So, yeah. So this one is a little firmer. And I decided because you know what? When you service clients, you're going to service people of all colors, honey. Ain't going to just be no one color person with the same exact nail bed. So this is the reason why I have a variety of nail hands. I remember somebody said, how many you going to get? I'm like, as many as there is. And then that was another thing, you know, to get the affordable ones, you could purchase a couple of them as opposed to just one. All right. So this one, same thing, a little firmer. Okay. Nice details. This is also an Amazon hand. I started putting rings on mine. Aren't they cute? Okay. So as you could see, this one has been eaten up by the e-file. Actually, I think this was before I got that carbide, the carbide 5-in-1, that tapered bit. This is one that I've used the most, but it's still in good condition enough to continue using and doing videos with. Okay, and then this one, I want you to take a look because I'm gonna give you a comparison. Look at the nail beds and how close they are. I'm hoping you can see these nail beds are open a little more. Thank you, LaToya. I opened up those nail beds. It's not going to come like that. Your nail beds are going to come extremely closed in. The nice part about these hands, all four, this one was the one that had the softer, more weaker, as you could see. See that? The cuticle area where the insert where the nail tips go. So I'm showing you this. So if you're looking, you need to make sure you look and see what hand it is because they're different shape. You can see the different shapes in the hand. Okay. And then this one came from Amazon. I think I want to say this is color number 2, but you know what? They're going to vary with different companies anyway. I think this was color number 2, 3, 4, and this was 5 or 6, depending on what company you got the hand from. Then I wanted something like a little more to my shade, but I think I got I'm more yellow toned than red toned, but this was nice too. Okay. Now, from the make of this one, Amazon, the hardware is firmer. It is super firm. This hardware is super duper firm in these hands. Okay. I think this one and this one came from And that would show you the transition and the upgrade that they did. Actually, all three. This one, then they upgraded to this one with the stronger cuticle insert or the nail insert area. Then they upgraded from this one to this one with the firmer hardware on the inside. Okay. And the company is called Know You. I can't guarantee that they're still, you know, on Amazon, because you guys know how some of these shops will close down. So it's called Know You. Like I know you, but with a U. The Know is K-N-O-W. And if I can find the link, because I've had it for a while, I'll put it in my description box. But Know You, K-N-O-W dash the letter U. Okay. This has much firmer hardware in it. As you can see, it's not bouncy at all. Oh, and none of these that I purchased has anything to secure it on the back. Not these three. I use a clamp, okay? And these are like 3/4 hands. 3/4 hands. And at the time of purchase, $39. Well, you know, everything has gone up since then. I think one of them was $39 and then the other ones were like $40 some. I don't know how much they are right now, but yeah, so just kind of showing you guys, shop around. You know, you don't have to spend a huge amount of money to have things to be able to do your nails or practice your nails. I'm all for a practice hand, because I don't let people come to my house. I ain't into that, and I ain't got time to be waiting on nobody. And you be surprised, or may not be surprised, because even the people that you know that you think are your family or close to you, you know, they're gonna have you sitting waiting, and I ain't got time to be sitting there waiting for nobody. Okay, so get you a practice hand. They're affordable. They're on Amazon. As a matter of fact, oh, I'm on the phone doing the live, so I don't know how to do all that. But there's like a what is it? You know what I'm saying, right? There's one with the 4 fingers, and it's like 1/4 of a hand. It's like $28. Okay, get what you can afford. Enjoy doing your nails and practicing. Okay, especially if you go into school. Hi, Nellie. How are you? Thank you for coming. Okay, and then last but not least, again, like I said, it's hard for me to, this one, I don't know if it's a different silicone, but it attracts and it really keeps not just the dust, but the fuzzy dust. So I don't use it. The different with this one is it came with the ball attachment thing where you screw it in. Hey, Reese, I'm sorry. I'm just talking through, right? I'm just ignoring y'all and just talking through. Thank you so much, Reese. Hi, Nellie. So yeah, this one has the ball stand attachment thing to it where you just kind of like screw it in. And this one has got to be the firmest, because I can hardly bend these fingers. I don't think you'll ever end up with, well, would you? Let me see. I mean, this is almost like rigor mortis, guys, but that's good though. It's sturdy. So that's another reason why I don't really use it a lot. I've used it once or twice. Okay. Now, as far as the nail bed, so those are the different types of hands. As far as the nail beds, and I'm gonna use this beat up one. you can cut your nail beds open. I don't know if anybody's ever showed you guys. I've showed this once in a live before, so I'm just here to show it again. I take either, I steer away from using the stork scissors because they're straight, but and you can get these at the dollar store. Okay, see these manicure scissors that kind of like curl upwards, because you want to cut up and away and out. Okay, so let's say and I left this one like this because this is almost shaped crooked, just like my own index finger, but I'll show you how I open up the nail bed. So all you have to do, you may be afraid to do this, but if you want a wider nail bed, which you'll pretty much need, Just lay the scissors flat. Don't press hard like that. You're just going to lay the scissors flat into it as much as you want and just cut up and out just a little bit. See that little bit? You could barely see what I cut. See that? And just do a little bit at a time. Keeping conform to the shape of the curve that's already designed into the hand. And believe it or not, you can also go in and file this surface smooth with a sanding band. You could take a sanding band and go around it gently and smooth out the surface of the nail again. Okay. And then in doing this, you're opening up that nail bed. I usually don't go up to the top because you want to keep that as security for your insert area. But is so much, it can go in so much deeper. Can you see that? So like if you need this, if you don't have a crooked index cuticle area like me, you could go in, and it's just silicone, guys. All it is rubber, and just kind of cut away at it. See just how little I'm going at a time, and you're not going to really affect the look of it much. See that, guys? So that's how you open up the nail bed on these. In particular, I wanted to talk about the nail practice foot. Remember I was saying this one I opened up some. These toes I've opened up some. And if you guys weren't, I've had this for those that just joined. I have been using this hand and foot because it matched. I got it as a match, okay? And this is my model for, I'm just talking, I ain't seen what nobody said. Look, not the dead. So these were an exact match, and this has been my model for bougie nails on a budget for, wow, a long time now. A long time. How long, DG? About a year and a half or more? I've been doing bougie nails on a budget for a long time. So that's the first one I got. Then I got this foot hoping that it was going to match this hand, and it didn't. So my suggestion to you also, if you are shopping and you are able, by all means, get your hand and your foot together from the same company. Okay, because it's going to be so hard to match. Again, like I said before, the company's numbers are not all the same. A number 2 color for one company, and it's like, that's like hair, right? A number 2 hand or foot from one company may not be the same shade number 2 for another company. So by all means, get the hand and foot together if you plan to use them together. Because what I did was, these hands I've had these now for what, since before last December, okay? And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to try using a different hand and foot, and I thought I was matching. On camera it may look close, but you could tell there's a big difference. This one has a very dark red skin tone, and this is more like a golden skin tone. So be sure you guys purchase it together. Okay, and then one final thing about the foot, and this is just a half of a foot. The toes on these feet are not posable. You really don't need that with the foot anyway, not the dead hand. Okay, so I was saying, remember I was saying I noticed something wasn't right, because in a playback I was watching and it looked like there were like spots or spaces on the toenails. So I'm showing you right here, and I'll get up close. Even the fingers, the ones that I opened up, see there's a fold over. Look at how much more space is down in there, because there's a fold over of skin layer right there. And what was happening was as I was polishing, there was still an extension of the nail like sticking out that wasn't getting polished. Okay, so I'm going to open up that toenail because I don't want that to keep happening. And I messed it up right there. So this video is just for sake of anyone looking for a hand or foot, so you'd know what to do. And then real quick before I go, I'll show you the nails that I use. So I'm just going to take that. I'm going to put it in the slot. See, look at it. It fit all the way down. The blade of the scissors fit all the way down in that slot. So that shows you how much you're able to cut open the nail bed without really causing much damage. So you see that flap? Let me get it. Can you guys see that? So you have actually that much that you can kind of like cut away at as you want. And look at, so it opened that up some more. And I need to cut that little piece. So hopefully this helps you guys if you get a silicone, especially hand or foot. But yeah, the company, because I was originally doing a PR for them, they sent me a hand. I don't know how much they're running now. Mine, I paid like $40 some. Okay, and I'm gonna finish doing that too, the rest of these toes. But these toes are so cute, aren't they? Okay, so the inserts that I use, and I know because it's kind of hard to find inserts that actually fit the big toe. If you have that, I don't order from Amazon. That I order from, do I even have any? You know why, guys? Because mine are pre-cut. I get them prepped ahead of time. Oh, I don't have any. I was looking for the box. I think I did them all. Oh, here it is. Here's a box. And then okay, so this is what I use. You will find, I think, typically you will find this at your local beauty supply store, okay, for the practice foot. And the reason why I get them is because these are so large. The specific reason is to fit that big toenail, okay? And it has a natural, these say clear Empress curve. You want the Empress curve. The ones that's long like that has the deep curve in it. And I always take the zeros out. The zeros are for the big toes. That's not a zero. But you guys get the idea. Because I've been fumbling in here. Oh, these are just the extra ones that I haven't used. So anyway, this is a zero. In fact, I got a box with stuff prepared already. Is there an uncut one? Uncut. They look so real. Yeah. Jeannie, I was hesitant getting, well, this is a size 2. I was hesitant getting this when I did way back when, because I was like, nobody's doing hand and feet. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you a little story about why I decided to do hand and feet. I don't know if I told this story about the guy when we was at the football, what do they call it? The playoffs or whatever. So you know how everybody has the football game parties. So we were I lived on the east side at the time, southeast side, off of Stony Island by Pill Hill. And you know, those are like real ritzy houses over there. And somebody was having a party. And the guy was in there checking out all the ladies' toes. You know, it was one of those houses, real nice. And you had to take your shoes off when you went inside, right? Which I'm accustomed to because that's our tradition. So one of the guys there was teasing the ladies. I bet y'all ain't even got them feet there because, you know, it's cold outside. It's winter time. And I was the only one. I'm like, Took my shoes off and had my toes done. So I'm like, men pay attention to stuff like that, even in the winter time. So this is a 0. I think it's either a 0 or whatever. And I slide in. See how the natural curve Like it falls right in there. So if you guys have a beauty supply store, you can find these Goldfinger clear, but it has to be the Empress curve to be the right size for that big toe. Okay. And then you just cut it down and look at how nicely it fits in there. Now, sometimes it'll wiggle back and forth while I'm doing videos. I used to be so self-conscious about that, but I'm not no more. I'm like, they know what I'm doing. So you do that, you cut that down, and then the rest of them, they'll fit. They'll fit. So that's how I open up the nail beds on the hands and feet. I'm going to have to go subscribe to you as well. Thought I was, but I'm going to go check. To Reese. Yeah, Reese is the girl. Nail Genie too. So let me just run through real quick. If you have any questions, just go. I know I haven't looked up much at the comments, but I realized too that sometimes me looking up and chatting and stuff has been kind of like doing a lot of the time edge on the video. So I said, I'm just going to talk. I really appreciate you guys being here this evening. I wanted to make sure that I gave this content because it hasn't been like anyone in particular. I just know that I've heard questions about the hand and feet here and there. To me, even, you know, even to other people. And also when I forgot to tell you guys when I went to get my license, you know, do my license renewal. And I said I was going to vlog that, but you know, the schools usually don't let you record while you're there. Hi, Gigi Marie. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so I'm going to run back, guys, before I go because my brother just set my food down on the table. Dee Gee, I love you. LaToya, love you, girl. Nails by Reese. Okay, guys, if you guys aren't subscribed to her, go over there and check out her channel. Reese is that's one of my first loves on the nail channels, guys. That's Reese right there. She's been my inspiration. Okay, she's one of the originals for me. So check out her channel. And one thing about Reese's channel, Reese is she's doing acrylic, she's doing poly gels and gels. She's doing everything. She does product reviews. You're going to enjoy her channel. You know, she gets on and she's just her. Okay, she's just her and you will enjoy her. So make sure you guys go over there and visit her channel, Nails by Reese. As a matter of fact, when this is over, as it's processing, after I eat, while this is processing, I'm going to put everybody's information in my description box. Okay, the Nail Genie, SC. I keep forgetting that. The SC, and it's the way they say it because she's from South Carolina. South Carolina. All right, check her out. She's new to YouTube. She's shooting for her 500 subscribers. She does it all too, and her lives are pretty much the same. Okay, just lay back, chit chat, talk, go back and forth, do whatever. And she also has a in fact, I'm waiting on my delivery, Jeannie. Okay, she has a nail shop on. I closed it down. I think it's Shopify. But if I'm wrong, Jeannie, make sure you put that in there for me. Okay, it'll be in the description box when I update it. Robin is a sweetheart on this channel. Robin's been here regularly. Love you, Robin. Okay. You guys know that LaToya, L Neil 2800, that's LaToya and Dee Gee. They're both moderators on the channel. You can see that by the colors on their sign-ons. And then My Nails by Jonna. That's my sis right there. She's doing it all too. She's doing masks, I think aprons. She's doing she does a lot of collabs, guys. And one thing about Jonna does a lot of awareness collabs, okay? Cancer awareness, and I love that in her. I love that she does that. And let me make sure I'm not missing it. If I'm missing you, you better say something. Nelly, Nails by Nelly. You know what? I haven't visited her channel much, but I'm gonna start visiting her because this is not the first time I've crossed paths with Nelly in live chats. And you know how sometimes you'll be in the live chats, but then you get into your own thing and then it slips past you. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm ignoring them because she always says hello to me when she's in the chat. So thank you so much, Nelly. And I also remember you because you've left me comments before as well. And I'll double check to see if I'm subscribed to you. Okay, so thank you so much. Nails by Reese. I know I'm an old lady. I got to go back and backtrack. We got to follow the track. Thank you so much. Yeah, LaToya is very sweet. I'm gonna have to go subscribe to. Okay, that's where I left off at. And Gigi Marie has been here quite a few times. Love you, Gigi Marie. I appreciate you. I thank you so much. You about to be a cry? Why you about to be a cry baby? This is where we get unified. Okay, we get unified. James Brown said unified. Okay, let me stop jamming. Y'all know I got to jam in some kind of way when I'm on the live, right? And that was pretty much it for today, guys. I just wanted to show you the different comparisons of the nail practice hands. And then the feet, again, like I said, the feet are not posable because they don't really need to be. But they're so realistic, aren't they? Yeah, I love you, girl. And I think I saw Dari in here. You, Dari, yeah. So Dari is she's been a moderator, and I know I saw her. I wanted her to tell me about how her nails been coming along, because she said she was wearing some long stilettos. And I'm sorry if I missed you because I had my head down in a way and focusing on the content today. But I did want to make sure I went ahead and scrolled back to see everything in the comments. So if I missed you, it's because I was probably flying by too fast. We love you too, Reese. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and eat my dinner. I thank you so much. I enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful. And do me a favor before you guys go. Do me a favor. Can you guys throw in a hashtag NailTubers in the chat for me? Show some love and hashtag NailTubers. And I love you guys so much. Hashtag hashtag NailTubers. 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 So like, I'm over here dancing. I got, you guys want to see what I got? It ain't nothing fancy. Actually, we're eating breakfast food. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, Gigi Marie. Thank you. Oh, Robin. I didn't say nothing about Robin. Did I? Look at that. I done forgot already. This is my rice. Robin, you know I love you. Me and you, we be meeting up in all the other chats too. Thank you. This is, I told y'all my brother be burning the food. Rice. I got my chopsticks. Who you know eat chopsticks, okay? I teach you learn how to eat chopsticks. And then we got some sweet eggs, and I like my sausage burnt, but so I'm about to eat my din. And I thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed this, and I hope you did too. And I'll be back on Thursday, hopefully. No, I'll be back on Thursday. I have a video. I'll be posting it on Thursday. And I just can't wait. Like I said, hopefully I'll have this news for you guys. What is today? The 8th. In about a week. Okay, guys. So thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. All right. Have a safe evening, everybody. Have a safe evening. I said that already. Okay, I'm going to go. See you next time. Much love.